Good morning. This is the Village of Wellington Code Enforcement hearing for Thursday, April 18th, 2009. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. If you're going to give testimony today, please rise. Raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Steve, do you have any opening comments?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
The Special Magistrate will hear all cases on the agenda. The meeting is recorded and televised on the Wellington Government Channel, Access Channel 18 on Comcast Cable. Testimony from Wellington staff and the respondent will be under oath. Although formal rules of evidence do not apply, fundamental due process shall be observed. The Special Magistrate may ask questions of either party to determine pertinent facts. The Code Compliance Officer will present his or her case to the Special Magistrate. Service of all required notices associated with a case and all photographs presented by the Code Compliance Officer will be entered as evidence unless otherwise disputed. Upon completion of the presentation, the respondent will have an opportunity to comment or cross-examine. The Special Magistrate will issue findings of fact based on the testimony presented. If the Special Magistrate determines there are one or more violations of Wellington's codes or ordinances, he or she may issue an order requiring the respondent to correct those violations by a specific date. The Special Magistrate may also assess costs that have been incurred in the prosecution of a case. In most cases, costs assessed by the Special Magistrate are due and payable to Wellington within 30 days from the date of this hearing. Failure to remit payment as ordered may result in a lien being filed against the property. In the event the violation is not corrected by the date specified, the order will also provide a date for a fine certification hearing. No additional notice will be provided to the respondents. A lien will be filed against the property if the assessed fines are certified by the Special Magistrate. The Special Magistrate may also issue a cease and desist order. If issued, the respondent is placed on notice that if the same violation reoccurs within 5 years, staff may notify the respondent of a hearing for a repeat violation. At the hearing, staff will request the Special Magistrate assess a fine. The primary object of a hearing is not to unduly penalize anyone, but to obtain compliance with Wellington's codes or ordinances in a timely manner. Cases where the respondents are present will be heard first. When a respondent comes to the podium, please sign in, state your name, and indicate if you have been sworn in. Please ensure all cell phones are turned off or in silent mode at this time. And the Special Magistrate has already sworn everyone in.
Okay. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No, sir.
Okay, I have reviewed and approved the consent agenda. Please call the first case.
First case will be item number 1 under new business. It is NOH 18-113. Natalie Stahl is the code officer.
Case number 18 Natalie Stahl, Code Enforcement Officer for
Morning.
the Village of Wellington. Good morning. Case number 18-1113, property owner Sarit J. Levy and Sean B. Solander. Property address is 11063 Pacifica Street. Hearing date was on December 13, 2018. The Special Magistrate found the respondents in violation of Wellington Code Section 62-9C. A repeat violation lien was ordered with a total fine amount of $975.15. The cease and desist order was extended another 5 years. An inspection on January 3rd, February 16th, March 10th, March 17th, March 19th, March 31st, and April 5th, 2019, found a commercial vehicle in violation of the order. Photos were taken that represent the condition of the property at the time of the various inspections. A notice of repeat violation notice of hearing was mailed on March 29th, 2019. A notice of repeat violation notice of hearing was served by posted notice on April 5th, 2019 at the property and at Village Clerk's office. A copy of the posted notice was mailed to the property owner by first-class mail. Staff conducted a PACER search which found the respondent does not have pending bankruptcy action. Research found there is a lis pendens filed against this property. The last action on the docket was a motion for default dated November 28, 2018. There has been no contact with the owner since November 2nd, 2018. The Code Compliance Division recommends the Special Magistrate find that the respondent has violated the order dated December 13th, 2018, it is recommended that the respondent be assessed a fine in the amount of $200 per day for 7 days of noncompliance and costs in the amount of $787.91, which include the unpaid costs assessed in the repeat violator lien dated December 13th, 2018, for a total amount of $2,187.91. It is also recommended that the cease and desist order be extended for a 5-year period.
Okay, did we have someone?
No.
Mm-mm.
So that person that came up to the podium was not for this case?
No, they were here for consent.
Oh, they were here for
Yeah,
consent?
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
they,
Yeah,
oh,
they
that's
were both.
that's our sign-in sheet.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he might have left something. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
no.
all right, terrific. Okay. Is this the owner's truck, do we know, or the tenant? Don't know?
There's no tenant, it's the owner.
It's the owner's truck? Okay. Well, doesn't look like there's any dispute there. Is it a violation to park over the curb in the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Is that isn't that a village violation as well?
Yes.
Okay, but we didn't cite him for that.
No, this is,
Just a ticket?
Yeah, that's a ticket offense,
Okay.
right? We can only take 62.9 to you. Everything else is a ticket offense.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, excellent. Based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that the respondent is in violation of the special magistrate's order dated January 4th, 2019. A fine in the amount of $200 per day for 7 days of violation is hereby imposed for a total fine and costs of $2,187.91. And a cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also extended. Thank you.
Okay, next case will be item number 2. It is NOH 19-2088. Feroz Khalil is the code officer.
Morning.
Morning.
Feroz Khalil, Code Compliance Officer for the Village of Wellington. Case number NOH 19-2088. Respondent name, Moon Owl Realty LLC. Property address, 15590 Hawker Lane, Wellington, Florida. This case was established based on a complaint. The NOH was served by certified mail, return receipt received. Correction date was March 31st, 2019. An inspection on April 3rd, 2019 found the following items remain beyond the time given in the notice in violation of Wellington Code Section 1832-105.1, no building permit obtained for pool barrier, repairs to screen enclosure beams without a permit. A stop work order was issued on March 8, 2019. A follow-up inspection on April 12, 2019 found the violation still exists. Staff conducted a PACER search which found the respondent does not have pending bankruptcy action or a list pending file against this property. Staff contact with owner representative none. The Code Compliance Division recommend the respondent be found in violation of Wellington Code Section 1832-105.1. It is recommended that the respondent be given until April 29, 2019 to correct the violation or be charged a fine not to exceed $50 per day for each day the violation continues to exist. It is also recommended that the cost incurred by the Code Compliance Division in the amount of $194.95 be assessed in order to be paid within 30 days of the date of this meeting. A cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is requested. In the event the Code Compliance Division is not contacted as required and or the violation is not corrected, it is recommended that a fine certification hearing be held before the special magistrate on May 16, 2019 at 9 a.m. at the Wellington Municipal Complex, 12300 Forest Hill Boulevard, Wellington, Florida. It is also recommended that no additional notification of the intent to impose a fine be given.
Do we have any life safety issues? Is there a half-built fence? What's going on at the property? I didn't see any pictures, so.
So yes, so the building department was the one that reported this to us. From what he told me, they replaced beams, and no one ever inspected to see how sound it is.
So it was just the screen, just the screen beams, not a
The
fence?
beams, yes.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, based on the evidence and test, so we're gonna do this like we normally do with it. They have to apply for the permit within the 30 days and complete it within 60. Okay. All right. Based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that the respondent is in violation of Wellington Code Section 18-32-105.1. Respondent shall have until April 29th, 2019. Is that a weekday? It's a Monday? Okay. To apply for a permit and an additional 60 days thereafter to complete the installation and obtain a certificate of completion, or respondent shall be continue to be in violation of 18-32-105.1, and a fine not to exceed $50 per day may be imposed. Cost in the amount of $194.95 are also assessed, all due and payable within 30 days of the date of this order. A cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also entered. Should respondent fail to obtain the permit or complete the improvements within the time given, a fine certification hearing will be held at the Village Hall on either May 16th or, and then go out June 7, 18, depending on which violation, and no further notice of intent to impose fine will be given.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next case.
All right, next case is under fine certification, item number 1, NOH 18-5455. Todd Gregory is the code officer.
Was that here in February and March? February and March? Did I do 3 months in a row? Seems weird. Okay. Go ahead.
Morning.
I'm sorry.
Todd Gregory, Code Officer for the Village of Wellington. Case number NOH 18-5455. Respondent's name is Elizabeth A. Walkinshaw. Property address 1136 Larch Way, Wellington. Hearing date, original hearing date was January 17, 2019. An extension was granted at the February 21st hearing. The respondent was ordered to correct the violation of Code Section 7.14.8.I.1 of no address numbers on the house on or before March 21st, 2019, or pay a fine not to exceed $35 per day. The order also scheduled a fine certification hearing on April 18, 2019, if the Code Compliance Division was not contacted as required and/or the violation was not corrected. An inspection on March 22nd, 2019 found the violation still exists. A photo was taken at the time of the inspection. A follow-up inspection on April 16, 2019 found the violation still exists. A PACER search found the respondent does not have a pending bankruptcy action or lis pendens filed against the property. Code Compliance Division recommends the respondent be found in violation of the order and that the respondent be assessed a fine in the amount of $35 per day commencing on March 22nd, 2019, and the cost in the amount of $417.57, which includes costs assessed in the order, both continuing to occur until the violations are corrected.
Why a $35 a day fine?
I said $25, and the last magistrate decided he wanted to make it $35.
Okay. What do you think is more appropriate?
I always say 25, but
Okay, because it's up to 35 in his order. So, okay. Is the property occupied?
yes.
Okay. Have you had any contact with the owner?
In the past, I have, and she's not happy with code enforcement, so.
So this is her way of getting back at us?
Well, actually, she talked to Steve, and she told him that she can't do it, so she has to wait for her son to do it. And it just never got done. And the last time I spoke to her son, everything I said to him was, yeah, whatever, dude.
So
All right,
when-
dude, whatever, dude.
Okay, so when the firemen can't find their house, okay, or the pizza delivery.
Right.
All right. Well, based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that the respondent is in violation of the special magistrate's order dated January 22nd, 2019, and the extension dated February 21st, 2019, requiring compliance with Wellington Land Development Regulation, Section 7.14.8.I.1 on or before March 21st, 2019. A fine in the amount of $25 per day commencing March 22nd, 2019 until the violation is corrected is imposed. Cost in the amount of $417.50 are also assessed, all due and payable within 30 days of the date of this order, and a cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also extended.
Thank you.
Okay, next case will be item number 2. It's actually the next 2 cases, so NOH 18-5705 is the first one. Clement Golding is the code officer.
Morning.
Morning, sir. Clement Golding, Code Compliance Officer at the Village of Wellington, case number NOH 18-5705. Respondent name is IH4 Property Florida LP, Invitation Homes. Property address 13837 Folkestone Circle, Wellington. The hearing date was March 21, 2019. Respondent was ordered to correct the violation of Wellington Code Section 36-23B1 on or before April 1, 2019, or pay a fine not to exceed $25 per day. The order also scheduled a fine certification hearing on April 18, 2019. If the Code Compliance Division was not contacted as required and the violation was not corrected. Inspection April 2nd, 2019 found the garbage cans not screened from view in violation of Wellington Code Sections 36-23B1, which is in violation of the order. Force retained to represent the condition of the property at time of various inspections. Follow-up inspection on April 9 and 11 found the violation still exists. Pace of search conducted by staff found that respondent does not have pending bankruptcy action, nor is the early pendants filed against this property. There has been contact with the owners, not with the owner, but their representative. I've spoken to Mary and Julie. They're both representative of Invitation Homes, and apprised them of each time the violation was not resolved. The Code Compliance Division recommends respondent be found in violation of the order, Wellington Code Section 36-23B1. That respondent be assessed a fine in the amount of $25 per day commencing on April 2nd, 2019, and cost in the amount of $205.31, which does not include costs assessed in the order. Both continue to accrue until the violation is corrected.
Okay, so based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that the respondent is in violation of the Special Magistrate's order dated March 21st, 2019, requiring correction of Wellington Code Section 36-23B1 on or before, I guess it would be April 20, well, what was the effect, what was the date that the correction date out?
April 1st,
April,
1st.
where am I missing that?
at the top.
Oh, I'm sorry. On or before April 1, 2019. Respondent is in violation as evidenced by the testimony on April 2nd, April 9th, and April 11th for a fine of $75, together with costs totaling $530.13, all due and payable within 30 days of the date of this order, and a cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also extended. Did I do the math right?
What was the cost?
I added them together, 324.82 and 205.31.
No, one cost was paid already. So it's 205.31.
You said 205.31, and then that did not include the prior costs.
Right, but those are paid.
Oh, they were paid. Okay, then scratch that, then cost in the amount of $205.31, and thank you for their payment.
Thanks.
Okay. Next case.
Next case will be 19-1537.
Clement Golding, Code Compliance Officer at the Village of Wellington, case number 19-1537. Respondent names IH4, Property Florida, LP, Invitation Homes. Property address 13837 Folkestone Circle, Wellington. The hearing date was March 21, 2019. Respondent was ordered to correct the violation of Code Section 62-9B2 on or before April 1, 2019, or pay a fine not to exceed $50 per day. The order also scheduled a fine certification hearing on April 18th if the Code Compliance Division was not contacted as required and or the violation was not corrected. An inspection on April 2nd, 2019 found an inoperative unregistered vehicle stored on the driveway in violation of Wellington Code Section 62-9B2, which is in violation of the order. Force retained to represent the condition of the property at the time of the various inspections. Follow-up inspection on April 11, 2019 found the violation has been corrected. Pace of search conducted by staff found that respondent does not have pending bankruptcy action, nor is the early pendants filed against this property. There has been contact with the representative, Julie. I spoken to her and apprised her of each occasion with the ongoing violation and subsequently when it was corrected. The Code Compliance Division recommends the respondent be found in violation of the order of Wellington Code Section 62-9B2. That the respondent be assessed a fine in the amount of $50 per day from April 2nd, 2019 through April 10, 2019, a total of 9 days at $50 per day, for a total fine of $450, and costs incurred in the amount of $189.72, which includes $1.80 of unpaid balance from the previous cost that was assessed in the order, for a total amount of $639.79.
I get 8 days,
You get it?
because you have April 2nd to April 9th in your pictures. I don't see an April 10th picture showing the violation. We know on April 11th it was corrected, so we don't know for sure if it was corrected on the 9th or the 10th.
Oh, it was during the 10th. Well,
Okay?
maybe I missed to put the
That's
pictures
okay.
when it
Let me
was there.
see.
Yeah, that's
2,
fine.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes.
I
Okay.
thought I had April 10th, but
I'm not going to add April 10th because we don't have any
no, I
evidence.
understand that. I'm sorry. I
So,
thought I had-
based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that respondent is in violation of the special magistrate's order dated March 21st, 2019, requiring correction of Wellington Code Section 629B2 on or before April 1st, 2019. The violation was not corrected from April 2nd to April 9th, and a fine in the amount of $50 per day for 8 days or $400 is hereby imposed. The violation has now been corrected. Cost in the amount of $189.72, including $1.80 previously unpaid, all due and payable within 30 days of the date of this order. And a cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also extended.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Next case will be item number 3, NOH 19-126. Todd Gregory is the code officer.
Wow, cranking.
Todd Gregory, Code Officer for the Village of Wellington. Case number NOH 19-126. Respondent's name is Fabelio Montero and Victor A. Beckard. Property address 1053 Summerwood Circle, Wellington, Florida. Hearing date was February 21st, 2019. The respondent was ordered to correct the violations of Code Section 3623B1, garbage cans and recycling bins not screened from view. 3623B3, piles of wood in the backyard leaned up against the house. 6.5.19.E.10, mechanical equipment not screened from view, 2 air conditioners. And 7.14.8.I.1, no address numbers on the house. Violations were to be corrected on or before March 21st, 2019, or pay a fine not to exceed $25 per day per violation. The order also scheduled a fine certification hearing on April 18, 2019. If the Code Compliance Division was not contacted as required and or the violations were not corrected. An inspection on March 22nd, 2019 found the violations still exist. Photos were taken at the time of the property of the various inspections. A follow-up inspection on April 10th, 2019 found the violations still exist. Pacer search found the respondent does have a pending bankruptcy action and there is a lis pendens on the property. The last action on the docket was a stay and closing of the file, and the plaintiff was ordered to monitor the status of the bankruptcy and the clerk to close the file, dated January 2nd, 2019. The Code Compliance Division recommends the respondent be found in violation of order that the respondent be assessed a fine in the amount of $25 per day per violation commencing on March 22nd, 2019, and a cost in the amount of $452.20, which includes the costs assessed in the order, both continuing to occur until the violations are corrected.
Okay. Tenant living there, owner lives there, anybody
The
living there?
tenant, the owner lives there.
Okay. Based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find the respondent is in violation of the special magistrate's order dated February 26, 2019, requiring correction of Wellington Code Section 36-23B1, 36-23B3, Wellington Land Development Regulations Section 6.5.19.E.10, and 7.14.8.I.1 on or before March 21st, 2019. The violations, none of the violations have been corrected, and a fine in the amount of $25 per day commencing March 22nd, 2019 is hereby imposed until the violations are corrected. Costs in the amount of $452.20 are hereby assessed, all due and payable within 30 days of the date of this order, and a cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also entered. However, the following order is hereby stayed pending the resolution of the bankruptcy court action.
Thank
No
you.
collection action may be taken. Next case,
Next case will be item number 4, NOH 19-341. Deborah Mitchell is the code officer.
Good morning.
Morning.
Deborah Mitchell, Code Compliance Officer with the Village of Wellington. Case number NOH 19-341. Respondent's name is Progress Residential Borrower 2, LLC. Property address is 11410 Pine Valley Drive, Wellington, Florida. Hearing date was February 21st, 2019. The respondent was ordered to correct the violations of Wellington Code Section 3623B1 and Land Development Regulations Section 6.5.19.E.10 on or before March 21st, 2019, or pay a fine not to exceed $50 per day per violation. The order also scheduled a fine certification hearing on April 18, 2019, if the Code Compliance Division was not contacted as required and/or the violations were not corrected. An inspection on March 23, 2019, found a trash can not screened from view and the window air conditioning unit not completely screened from the street and adjacent property in violation of Wellington Code Section 3623B1 and LDR 6.5.19.E.10, which is in violation of the order. There was partial compliance with LDR 6.5.19.E.10 in that the ground AC unit was screened from view with hedges. Excuse me. Photos were taken that represent the condition of the property at the time of the various inspections. A follow-up inspection on April 10th, 15th, and 17th, 2019 found the window air conditioning unit was removed. However, the trash containers still are not screened from view when stored. A PACER search found the respondent does not have pending bankruptcy action. Research found there's not a list pendants filed against this property. On March 23rd, I sent an email to Progress Residential advising all the violations remained. On April 4th, I sent another email advising that upon my inspection, the ground AC unit and trash containers were screened with hedges, but the window AC was still not screened. On April 11th, I sent another email to Progress Residential advising that the trash can was not screened on my April 10th inspection, and although both the AC units were in compliance, the hedges are dying, and if they die to the ground, the ground AC will not be screened anymore. Progress Residential responded that they would replant the hedges and will notify the tenant about the trash cans. The Code Compliance Division recommends the respondent be found in violation of the order, Wellington Code Section 3623B1, and LDR 6.5.19.E.10, that the respondent be assessed a fine in the amount of $50 per day per violation from March 22nd, 2019 through April 10th, 2019 for the window air conditioning unit not screened. That's 20 days of non-compliance at $50 per day for a total fine of $1,000. Gosh, my throat's killing me. And for the trash containers not screened, 4 days of non-compliance at $50 per day for a total fine of $200. Both violations totaling $1,200 and costs incurred in the amount of $511.81, which includes costs assessed in the order for a total amount of $1,711.81.
Okay. So I know the fine was set at $50 because this is Progress and they've had repeat problems. But
Correct.
do you want to give them any credit for some of the effort they seem to be making towards this house? Or do you feel that the effort was too little too late?
It's too little too late because they keep sending me pictures that it's corrected. I go out there, it's not corrected. They show the violation in their pictures. They say, well, the trash can was corrected last week and now you're telling me it's not. But trash cans come and go.
Sure.
So it's just constant. And I'm always dealing with somebody different from their organization. And they're new and like, well, what's going on with this case? So
What about that rust stain on that,
On the planter.
on the planter? We need to take care of that.
well,
too.
they did clean it.
So,
I'll
okay.
catch them on my next round.
Okay. Based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that respondent is in violation of Wellington Code Section 36-23B1 and Wellington Land Development Regulation Section 6.5.19.E.10. the violations were to be corrected by March 21st, 2019. The Wellington Code Section 3623B1 was in violation for 4 days. A fine in the amount of $200 in total is imposed. The Land Development Regulation Section 6.5.19.E.10 was in violation for 20 days for a fine of $50 per day or $1,000 for a total fine of $1,200, together with costs in the amount of $511.81, all due and payable within 30 days of the date of this order, and a cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also entered.
Thank you.
Okay, our final case will be NOH 19-908. Clem Golding is the code officer.
Clement Golding, Code Compliance Officer, the Village of Wellington, case number NOH 19-908. Respondent name is Progress Residential Borrower 1 LLC. Property address 1899 Tulip Lane, Wellington, Florida. The hearing date was March 21, 2019. Respondent was ordered to correct the violation of Wellington Land Development Regulations Section 7.3.12.b. On or before April 8, 2019, or pay a fine not to exceed $50 per day. The order also scheduled a fine certification hearing on April 18, 2019, if the Code Compliance Division was not contacted as required and or the violation was not corrected. Inspection on April 9, 2019, found the landscape was not maintained in neat and orderly condition. It was weed throughout the swale. It was also not mowed. In violation of Wellington Land Development Regulation Code Section 7.3.12.b, which is in violation of the order. Photos were taken to represent the condition of the property at the time of the inspection. Pace of search conducted by staff found that respondent does not have pending bankruptcy action, nor is there a list pendants filed against this property. There has been no contact with Progress Residential. The Code Compliance Division recommends the respondent be found in violation of the order dated March 21, 2019 of Wellington Land Development Regulations Section 7.3.12.b. That respondent be assessed a fine in the amount of $50 per day commencing on April 9, 2019, and costs in the amount of $400.26, which includes costs assessed in the order, both continue to accrue until the violation is corrected.
Okay. I guess it's getting a little better from the rain, but it looks like a lot of clover and weeds.
They refuse to maintain the swale. I don't know why. They just refuse to do it.
What's going on next door?
They're replacing they're treating theirs. Yes, yes, sir.
Just checking. Very observant. Be a little, Based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that the respondent is in violation of the Special Magistrate's order dated March 21st, 2019, requiring correction of Wellington Land Development Regulation Section 7.3.12.b on or before April 8th, 2019. A fine in the amount of $50 per day commencing April 9th, 2019 until a violation is corrected is hereby imposed, together with cost in the amount of $400.26, all due and payable within 30 days of the date of this order, and a cease and desist order for a period of 5 years is also extended.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, I would make a good code officer? Well, I am looking for a career change as I get older. So. What?
They want you to conclude it.
Oh, this concludes the special magistrate's hearing for April 18th, 2019. Thank you for attending.